All right, and here we are with Whidbey Island Winery. We're with Gregory and Leah. And one of the things I was looking at is there's a lot of people that are interested in this grape. Cigarebe is what I thought it was, but I've just been told it's Cigareba.
Cigareba.
What's the situation on this wine? I don't know this wine. What is its history?
Cigareba was developed by one of the German research stations. It was a cross of Gewürztraminer and Madeleine Angevin.
So it's a hybrid.
Well, it's a hybrid with a small h, not a capital H. It's all vinifera.
What does that mean, a small h?
Well, the word hybrid has come to mean French-American hybrids, which were North American grapes crossed with European grapes in order to defeat the whole phylloxera thing. They all retain some of that foxy flavor that American grapes have, and therefore they're sort of a step down from pure vinifera. So this was two vinifera grapes crossed, and has tremendous aroma, really deep flavors, I mean, on and on. Honeysuckle, honey, apricot, lychee.
It's really fragrant. Is it grown anywhere else in the world?
There's
an island thing.
Well, it's a Northwest thing. There's some in BC as well as here. There's a little bit in southern England. There's actually very little in Germany, where it was developed. The thing about it is it likes a really cool climate. Grown in a warmer climate, it rapidly gets monstrous sugars, but not a whole lot of character. So you have to be very careful where you grow it. It's perfectly suited to our climate.
Cool.
So
and since you're on the islands, I mean, it's a cool climate, and obviously you can't grow everything, but you do make Malbec and Sangiovese and other things. So obviously you're getting most of that from somewhere else.
Right.
But what is the situation like? What is it like to make wine on an island where you don't have a whole bunch of other wineries to borrow stuff from? And there's, I mean, everything's, you're kind of on your own.
We're on our own. We're fully self-contained. So the biggest difference is getting the grapes back on a ferry. And that's the only other difference between somebody, say, in Woodinville, bringing grapes from Eastern Washington. It's much greener.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the scenery is much, much prettier.
Right.
So, I mean, otherwise, it's idyllic, really. It's a gorgeous place, gorgeous surroundings, and close to the population, which is
Right,
really
but you
nice.
can't borrow things quickly because there's not a guy across the street from you. You have to get on a ferry.
You learn how to be really good at tinkering with things, making
Right.
things work, fixing everything that breaks.
That's good. And so, but then you're also growing some of your own grapes, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so, obviously, that's got to be a challenge because the weather is erratic.
Right. Well, thankfully, the growing season is still remarkably dry, despite what people think. The off season is wet and cold, and we're out there pruning in the snow and the rain sometimes. But you know, otherwise, it's actually not that much different in Eastern Washington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't tell anyone.
This is delicious. And well, we want to tell everyone because when we come and visit you out at Whidbey,
Right, true.
So Whidbey is a great place to, and it's not that far from Seattle. How long does it take to get to your winery?
From downtown Seattle, it might take you about an hour and a half, depending on the ferries.
See, that's not so bad.
It's not bad.
It's not like going to Orcas.
No.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
It was
Appreciate
nice
it.
to have
Whidbey
us.
Island.